It's evolved. So back 10, 15 years ago, it would have been the developer agrees a build contract and brings it to the bank or the non-bank financier and says, here's our package, get it approved, let's go. And it was always the financier doing the due diligence on the builder and making sure that the builder was acceptable. With the rise of the non-bank lenders, the builders are turning around and going, well, hang on, we want to not only know who the developer is that they can pay, but who's your financier behind it. So there's a lot of builders doing due diligence back up the line to make sure that they can get paid and protecting themselves from the developer default or a financier not paying. It's a really, really significant issue. And so with the variations in the build contract that we're seeing, financiers are getting into the room earlier, and when the construction contract is maybe in towards 80, 90% agreed, the financiers may come into the room and assist with that. We walk an important line where we're not the directors of the developer, so we don't ever want to tell a developer how to do their job, but again, we can give them guidance on what would be acceptable and what would be financeable to us. So yes, we do have input, and we have had greater and greater input on that to make sure it works from a developer perspective, but also from a financier perspective.
And on the flip side, would you be telling them what would not be acceptable to you, and that where you would draw the line?
Correct. So a cost plus contract in its purest form, which means a builder says, whatever it costs, and I'll put my margin on top and we'll deliver it for you. That typically won't work for a financier because the developer doesn't know what it's going to cost, and then the financier doesn't know how much we're going to loan. And so we can't, because we're achieving a modest return for a modest risk profile. The developer's achieving an equity return, but for an equity risk profile. So we need to have certainty and some framework around what the price and time of this contract's going to be, with certain tolerances within that.